Hi everyone, Jus4SweetZ here. Today we are going to make another one of my microwave cakes. I haven't made those in a while, and we are having a potluck at the shop. So this is what I'm going to take today. And basically all you need is a white or yellow cake mix. You need some eggnog. I'm going to put some brandy in there, some vegetable oil, and your eggs. And it's going to be as easy as can be. Now, we do this in a bundt pan, and it's the Pampered Chef stoneware pan. So I do that one in the microwave. You can't obviously use metal in the microwave. So if you do not have the stoneware pan, just go ahead and follow the directions on the cake mix for the bundt cake and how long it needs to cook in the oven. So I'm not needing to preheat my oven because I'm doing this in the microwave. And the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you grease that pan real well. Alright, just like that. And I'm actually going to add one more ingredient to this. I bought some pecans at the store, and I'm actually going to add whole pecans to the top of my cake. So these are going to go on the bottom of my bundt pan. So that they bake right into the top of my eggnog cake. So just go ahead and make sure you can see this. Just take your greased and floured, I'm not flouring mine because I'm using spray grease, but go ahead and take your greased pan and just throw your pecans on top. Now you can use whole pecans, you can use chopped pecans, pieces of pecans, whatever you want to use. I'm choosing to use the whole pecans. Alright, I don't want to overdo it, but I don't want to underdo it. Now obviously people that have nut allergies won't be able to eat this, or they can just cut the top off. Alright, but you can omit those completely. You don't have to have the nuts in it. Alright. And I'm going to use a walnut. Alright, let's get our pan out of the way. And go ahead and start our cake mix. So we're going to start with the wet ingredients. Starting with 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. You can use canola oil, you can use grapeseed oil. I just have vegetable oil on hand right now. Alright, so we have our 1/3 cup of oil. And what we're going to do on the cake mix, they always call for water. And instead of water, we're going to replace the water with eggnog and brandy. And I'm just going to put a little bit of a brandy in there because actually I'll probably make a brandy glaze to go over the top of it. But we want it to have that full eggnog flavor. So I'm going to use a cup of eggnog. So we'll add our cup of eggnog. And we're going to use 1/4 cup of brandy. Now you could also replace this with rum if you like. I'm going to use brandy because brandy and eggnog is a big Christmas drink. Alright, go ahead and add that in. And then what I normally do is at this point I add my cake mix. So go ahead and add your cake mix to this. And you want to go ahead and start mixing. So I'm going to add my mixing attachment and go on a low speed. And while this is going, I am going to add a dash of cinnamon to this. So we're going to add a little bit of cinnamon to our cake. And a little bit of nutmeg. Just use some ground nutmeg and just throw a couple little sprinkles in there. Nutmeg can be pretty strong, so you don't want to do too much. But you want to make it taste like an eggnog cake. Okay, so this is going on a low speed. Now we are going to add 1 egg at a time until well mixed. So if you can see in there, see if I can get you up a little bit closer and zoom in. All right, so we're just going on a low speed until we get all 3 eggs in. And I just put in 1 egg at a time. And you can delete the yolks out of this and use 4 egg whites rather than 3 whole eggs if you would like to. I'm going to go ahead and put the 3 whole eggs in there because I want the richness of the egg yolk into the cake. I'm going to turn it up just a tad. Okay, we have 1 more egg. Alright, we're going to let that mix in. Turn it up to medium speed. Let it mix for about 30 seconds or so. You're just trying to get everything well incorporated and get those eggs mixed in there. Okay. This is going to be delicious at work with the hot buttered rum that I brought last week that's in the fridge waiting for everybody to anxiously drink. I had some. I tried it last week because I hadn't tried it yet after making the video. So you'll have to go back and check out the hot buttered rum video. And oh my gosh, it was so good. Especially like if you have a sore throat or a cold. Really, really good. All right, so we're going to turn this up. After we scrape the sides all down, we're going to turn this up and let it go for about a minute. Let me go ahead and put my stuff away. Alright, she should be pretty mixed up here. I'm going to check it out in a second. Turn it off and check it. Just kind of scrape your sides, make sure everything is scraped in. I'm going to taste it. Yes, I stuck my finger in the batter, I'm sorry. Mmm, very, very delicious. My fingers are clean and I'm not going to double dip. Just wanted to make sure that was good. I'm going to mix it up just a little bit more. You don't want to overmix it, but you don't want to undermix it either. This will probably make somewhat of a dense cake, which is what I want. I want it to be more like a pound cake. Okay. Casey? Shh. Sorry, we have people sleeping. I have to quiet my little one down because she thinks that no one sleeps when she's awake. And that's probably true. All right, so I'm just going to scrape this mixer. You're probably not seeing that. I'm scraping it clean. That's what I normally do. I like to get every ounce of cake batter off of there that I can. All right. Now, go ahead and take your cake batter. Let me back this up a tad so you can see what we're doing. There's our nuts in the bottom of our pan. Okay, go ahead and take that cake batter and just kind of spoon it in there, just like so. Right on top of the nuts. Get it as even as possible. This is going to be a delicious cake to go with coffee, with a glaze, with a whipped cream. It's going to be really good. Or with our hot buttered rum or any of those hot drinks that we made. All right. So there it is. There's your cake into your bundt pan using my clean fingers. Go ahead and just kind of flatten that out a little bit so it will cook as evenly as possible. See, my fingers are still dirty. I'm not licking them, I promise. Okay. Let's go ahead and grab some paper towels. Didn't realize I didn't have any paper towels in the kitchen, so I apologize. I had to run and grab some. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 paper towels and wrap them right over this. This is going to go into our microwave, and I just kind of tuck it under just like that and stick it in the microwave for 12 minutes. Alright, so that's timed for 12 minutes. If you don't have that pan, like I said, just go ahead and cook it in your oven according to the directions on the cake mix. So on this one, a bundt cake takes 39 to 43 minutes on 350 degrees. So you can go ahead and do it in the pan. Just do everything else the same. And then when this comes out, we're going to flip it over, and then I'm going to make a glaze, and I'll make that glaze in the next video, and then we'll show you the finished product. So that is our recipe for eggnog cake. It is basically a white or yellow cake mix. We have 3 whole eggs, 1/3 cup vegetable oil or canola oil, 1 cup of eggnog, a 1/4 cup of brandy, some shakes of cinnamon, and a little shake of nutmeg. Mix that all together and put it in your pan. So, until next video, make sure you check the next one out so you can see how this cake is finished. I'm losing my train of thought. I started to talk and think at the same time. That's not good. I'm trying to multitask here. Anyway, go ahead and check out the next video of the the brandy glaze that we're going to put over the top of this cake, and you'll see the finished product. I hope you get a chance to try this cake. You're really going to love it. It's great for the holidays. So until next time, next video, God bless everyone.